So using the Fidelity stock screener, there are many ways to evaluate stocks or look at stocks to see what ideas can help you possibly make some money. So on the left-hand side are all the individual, so we're going to look at these each specifically and create a video for each of these. You can analyze anything from security price to all these other very specific details of each of the stock. There's so many ways to look at a stock. And then there are other ways that other people have already looked at in terms of, third-party research firms, which means companies outside of Fidelity that have already looked at these stocks in so many different ways and created some lists that are most popular, growth, etc. And we'll go into that in more detail later. But let's start off today with security price. So security is another word for basically stock. So stock price. So you can click on this, and after you click on it, it will give you a list of all the different stocks here. And you can see there are almost 10,000 stocks that you can look at here to understand what's going on. It will show you the price here. It'll tell you what type of stock it is. And then it will tell you the company name and then the stock symbol. A lot of times you will want to search by the company symbol to understand or rather to help guide whatever it is, whether it's Google or something else, to find that actual stock. But let's say you want to look at stocks that cost $65.18 or more. If you click on this whole list will be stocks that cost much more. So for example, Berkshire Hathaway is the most expensive stock per share right now at $525,000 a share. Yeah, each share is $500,000. Okay. And we'll just list it all the way down to the lowest price one here. And if you don't want to look at the really high ones, you can also look at the bottom ones. So stocks that cost $0 to 90 cents. And it will start with the highest one here. So this one's 90 cents, and it will go down the list. Right here again is how many stocks they have in this list. So you'd have to look at a lot. 2,449 stocks. But this can show you how to look at the stocks just specifically off of price. Again, you can change it. So we can go to high. If you click on that, it might check all of them. But let's say you just want to look at just high. Just make sure you just keep on unclicking and then clicking the right one. And this will be $26.75 to $65.18. Now, is this a good way? I would say no, but it's just one way to look at the stocks. And then after you look at these different stocks, you just have to click into them, for example, and it will open up another screen and you can look at all the details. A lot of times I like to look at the price, but also the full history. So I always click max to see how long the stock has been traded. So this one is a Chinese company that does consumer goods or consumer products, and it started a little bit before 2015, and now it's $61. A long time ago, it was around, I think, $31 maybe here at this period, $25 to $30. And so you can get an idea of the history. Let's close this window. Let's go back to here. You can actually click on these different tabs. So each of these are tabs: search criteria, basic facts, performance and volatility, valuation, growth and ownership, and then analyst opinion. So when you click on each of these, it will give you details the same way, except the stock symbol will be the same, but they'll give you other details like how much the cost of the stock, market capitalization, which means how much the whole company is worth, dividends, which I always like to know the number as far as how much they give you in dividends. It'll tell you the company location, etc. You can click on performance and volatility. That means how well it's done and how up and down it goes. And then valuation, growth, and ownership, which means like, is it a good value right now? Is the price okay? Or what is the growth, meaning how large should it grow every single quarter, or what do they predict it will grow based off of previous information? And then, how much other companies own this stock. So this is talking about other banks and things like that own this stock. And then lastly, if you click on this, it will tell you what other companies think of this stock. So for example, here, this company looks more green and perhaps looks good to other companies. But with that said, they are saying it's very bearish. Bear means it's going to probably get worse, and bull means it will probably get better. So even though they are a leader in some of these different scores, they're actually maybe looking bad in terms of how the people are evaluating. So those are other ways to look at it. So again, we're just looking at the price in the stock screener here, security price, and you get all that information from just this. Hope that helps. Again, this is Fidelity Stock Screener, focusing on just the security price or the stock price to understand the different stocks.